it's Misty W with another mini lesson on something you can write about in your quarantine journal. Today, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about this idea of perspective. Now, perspective is, you may have probably heard about it at school, but it's how just you, how you see things. How you see things, how you think about things, and how you feel things. Now, your perspective is going to be yours alone. That's what's so neat about your perspective, right? It's absolutely about you as an individual person. Now, the thing about perspective that's so interesting is that the way that you see things can be flipped. Sometimes when you're feeling a little bit sad, people ask you to flip your perspective, change the way that you're seeing things, and you have the power to do that. Maybe you've heard people tell you this when you're feeling a little bit down and you have a bit of a sad or negative perspective. They'll say to you, look on the bright side. That means try to see the good thing in this situation. Or maybe in a negative situation or a bad situation, someone will tell you, well, actually, there are two sides of every coin, right? There's two sides of each situation. There's a positive and a negative side. And sometimes people might ask you to look for the silver lining. The silver lining means that in every situation, even if it's a bad one, try to look inside of it and see if there's something positive hiding in there for you to see. So the reason why I've been thinking about this is because sometimes since we've been at home, I've been feeling kind of down, and for so many reasons. I'm sure you have too. And when I start feeling that way, when I start having a negative or sad perspective on things, I try to flip my perspective. I try to see the bright side of the situation. I try to see the other side of the coin, or I try to find the silver lining. Let me show you what I mean. So maybe like you guys, maybe you have missed a birthday party. Like my daughter, she was going to have her 5th birthday, and my son's friend had a missed birthday party. Maybe you've missed your birthday, or maybe you missed somebody's birthday party to go to. Now that's sad, but we can flip our perspective and think about, what's the bright side of the situation? Well, I was thinking the bright side has been these drive-by birthday parties, right? Those have been a lot of fun and actually very unique, right? Something that's really going to only happen during this historical time period of the quarantine, of the coronavirus. And so I was able to find the silver lining of missed birthday parties by thinking about what we're actually doing now and thinking, wow, it's actually kind of cool. It's been kind of fun to do that. Another thing that I've been trying to flip my perspective about is not being at school. Like that's really been making me sad. School's my happy place. Maybe it's yours too. I love going to school. I love seeing you all. I love seeing my colleagues. Those are the people I work with. And I'm sad that I don't get to go there. But then I thought about, well, what do I get to do? How can I flip my perspective? I was thinking about all these online hangouts. I've visited a lot of your classrooms and I've gotten to see you. That's been really cool. I've gotten to see where you study, what your home looks like. That's been a lot of fun. So that is the bright side of not being at school. We get to see each other in a new environment online. Another thing I've been a little bummed out about is being at home all the time, right? I'm the kind of person who really likes to get out and do things. But then I thought about, well, what have I been doing a lot of that I wouldn't normally get to do if I wasn't at home all the time? Well, one thing is, as I mentioned in a previous video, I have been doing so much reading. I would never do this much reading if I wasn't home all the time because I have so many other things to do. So that's been a silver lining. Another one has been, we've been doing a lot of art at home. I would say we usually do art projects on the weekend, but now we have time to do them every day. And we've learned about so many different artists and done so many crafts and done so many chalk drawings. That's been really cool. And finally, we've been going on bike rides every day because you can't really do much more. So my daughter, who's 5, learned how to ride a bike, and now we're riding all over Santa Monica. How cool is that? That's a silver lining. That's the bright side of staying at home all the time. That's the other side of the coin. And then finally, I've been thinking a little bit about graduation. So maybe you're in fifth grade, or maybe you have a sibling that was supposed to do high school graduation or middle school graduation, or in my case, preschool graduation. Well, that's been sad to know that we're not going to do that. But the bright side, or the other side of the coin, is that we have had a lot of family time because we haven't been able to go and do those things. So that's been really nice in ways that we've never had time for. We get to be home together all the time. So, writers, I have a challenge for you for your journal today. I want you to think about something that you've been feeling a little sad about, and I want you to try to flip your perspective. I want you to try to think about that situation and find the bright side, or the other side of the coin, or the silver lining. Doing so will help you think a little bit more positively about the world and might just make you feel better. So take a second, look at my chart, think about what you're going to write about and how you're going to flip your perspective. Go find a quiet and cozy spot and start writing. Off you go, writers. I'll see you soon.